Hello and welcome, my Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Welcome to your Path of True Love read. Your True Love read for, well, timeless, but being recorded for February 2021. I am your reader, Mark Angela Lyons, Mel for short, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. The Archangel of Lions, Mark Angela Lyons, but you can call me Mel. Hi, hey, my Rams. Hope you are all well. Looking forward to doing these reads, the first of the series. I always start with Aries and go to Pisces because I'm a Virgo, but I have so many Aries friends that it's a joy to do these. There is an extended version of this. The link is in the description box because you're only getting 12 cards, right? You're getting a Celtic Cross spread, but we're going to start that Celtic Cross spread with 2 archetype cards from the Caroline Myss archetype deck, defining your dominant archetype on the path of true love and the dominant archetype of another, romantic or otherwise. We see what shows up in the Celtic Cross using the Daughters of the Moon, which is going to give you more of your internal, intuitive, divine feminine experience of this stuff. And then in the extended, you see all those over there? They're all going on the table, right? And not until it's done, right? So it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. The Path of True Love read is really about GPS. It's about looking down from the higher heights, higher dimensional level of consciousness and seeing that it's just your spiritual path through your relationships, regardless of the form or flavor, right? Even people you don't know, you have relationships with, like, well, that you know of, but you don't know, like people on the TV. Let's just leave that at that. So the Path of True Love is about you incarnating, if you like, embodying divine love, which is what true love is. So every relationship in our life, reason, season, or lifetime chips away the excess marble that reveals the divine statue that the divine created within us, our true self revealed. So that being said, all the decks that I read are always in the description box at the bottom. Do the best you can, both feet on the floor, to stay in the present moment. Focus on your breath and breathe with me. Shall we? Let's do this. This feels good. Take a nice deep breath. And away we go. My collective pantheons of angels, goddesses, gods, ascended masters, and the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above. I need 2 Caroline Myss archetype cards defining the soul powers in development from shadow to light, lead to gold on the path of true love for this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign watching this video, timeless, February 2020, timeless, and another that crosses them on the path, Path of True Love, January 2021, or timeless. Okay, I like this. This is every time I do, it might seem like I do the same readings all the time. I don't. They always upgrade me a tick. So let's see who we've got here. So this isn't about divine masculine, divine feminine, or anything like that, but regardless of the cards that hit, this one is the significator, you. This is you. And you've got the shapeshifter archetype. The shapeshifter archetype just came up in the Taurus reading that I just did because I'm doing both the full moon to new moon next reads and the Path of True Love reads all in the same week. I know, I'm nuts. They'll all get done. I have a schedule, but we see how it goes. The shapeshifter archetype I have to see with the hedonist. Oh boy. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Let's start with the shapeshifter. The shadow attribute that you are dealing with, most likely in yourself. Yes, it's possible in a larger situation or with another person. I'm not getting that though. Projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. And as I said in the Taurus full moon read, that's like being a liberal in one room of the party, crossing the hallway and being a conservative, right? For some personal agenda, like work in the room. Well, it depends on what you're working it for, right? I suppose the shadow, the stuff you don't want to look at within yourself, and even if you know about it, you don't want anybody else to. But the light attributes, skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in anything. Are you kidding? On the path of true love, shapeshifter, that's about authentic parts of yourself being revealed, right? Navigating different levels of consciousness from, let's just put it in chakras for the moment, like from that third eye, high spiritual, to the heart, that emotional, to that second chakra, boom chicka wow wow. Because I gotta say, with the hedonist archetype that's crossing your path, this is somebody, we do not know their signs. We shall see when the tarot hits the table what they feel like to you. But I am very familiar with this archetype. I have this lifelong, the hedonist. The shadow attribute pursues pleasure to the detriment of health. Never. I lived through the 80s unscathed, and that doesn't mean I didn't play. Indulges at the expense of others. Moving along, the 80s. Light attribute inspires creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrates the beauty in yourself. I don't know. I feel like this feels like very, very earthy, 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 earthy. But let's see. We've got the shapeshifter there, the hedonist there. Let's get some Celtic Cross on the table, shall we? Daughters of the Moon, the divine feminine energy on the path of true love. And of course, in the extended, I'm going to get the mythic tarot, and we're going to see what this all looks like on the outside. Or how it appears, at least. Please take a nice deep breath. Yeah, my goddesses of fire and the sign of Aries. Please, I just need 2 cards to start with. One for the Aries collective sun, moon, rising, Venus sign with the shapeshifter archetype on the path of true love for February 2021. Or timeless, please. And who do we got there? And then for this hedonist that crosses their path, please, my goddesses. Okay, this might be somebody new coming into your life. Not the easiest cards here to get, but nonetheless worth looking at. We have got the 4 of Cups crossing you as the shapeshifter. So what you're actually feeling emotionally, it might be, there's a range in the 4 of Cups when you're doing a general read. Is it full-on depression? Maybe. It's like the easy, I would say the lighter side of the spectrum is meh, right? A little bored, a little whatever. But in this deck, it's called sorrow. So I'm going to go that if you think Abraham Hicks emotional guidance scale, just Google it. A picture will come up. You'll see what I'm talking about, right? In all sorts of different ways people have drawn that thing. But from bored below, right? Maybe this is depression for some of you, sadness. But shapeshifter, it feels like you're navigating that, or you're putting on a face. You're morphing into whatever is necessary to get by. But to me, that's not the shadow. If you're doing it to survive and get by, that's one thing. But projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment, I mean, that can certainly be seen as part of courting and flirting and all of that stuff. You just don't. But is it your authentic that you're showing or not? Chances are with this hedonist that we've got here with the card of the Fool and the Daughters of the Moon, this feels like a new beginning. This feels like if it is a come around, if it's a comeback, then it's a new beginning. And, you know, again, general reads, man, I know it's so annoying, but that's why we have the extended to go deeper. And I feel like at the end of this one on YouTube, if it really resonates, you'll know to jump over. And then it's going to pare down, and get very, very, very specific until the thing ends. It's how I'm finding they're working. So with this hedonist here, there's a new beginning. And I don't feel, we'll see what's in the past here for you, but I feel like they sort of either come back when you're in this very meh sort of place in your life in terms of the path of true love. Maybe doing some shadow work, some emotional healing work, some rebirthing, something like that. We'll see what comes along. It just doesn't feel horrible, right? With the shapeshifter, but you're probably not, revealing your vulnerability and your total intimacy of what's going on in your emotional field with this person. But they feel like a ball, and they feel like they want to take the jump. Like they want to jump off. They want to start this fucker. Oh, sucker, sorry. Well, we'll see what gets flagged and what doesn't, because let's look at the core of the situation. Stuff you might not be aware of, right? The stuff going on in the subconscious here. Please take a nice deep breath, and we'll lay out the next arc, actually. So please breathe. My goddesses of fire and the sign of Aries, please, let's get down the core. What's going on at the core of this that neither one of them might see coming or be aware of, right? What's going on here in behind them? What's in their behind? What have they got? What does the Aries got in their behind them on the path? What crowns them? Sort of immediate future next step thing. If I didn't see it, I would have taken it, but I saw it. I'd rather not. Please send it around again if necessary. What crowns them? And let's look at what lay before them. The most probable quantum timeline for them on the path of true love. January 2021 or timeless. Okay, we're still going to add the 4 more going up the staff on the end. All right, so what you're probably unaware of is the 6 of Cups thing. Now, this is a mutual vulnerability to give and take of emotion. The card called Compassion. This might be a hedonist coming into you. This might shift it. It may not be totally romantic sexual with this, but there is a compassion there. So this is somebody who might feel you out anyway, right? Like be feeling you, that 6 of Cups harmony. Again, could also be nostalgia, somebody from the past. If this is somebody coming in, what I do notice just by the lay of the cards is that if you, well, I guess you would lay them this way to see it. It's like their back is to you as the Fool, or at least that's what they're feeling, but it's the dreamer. They're dreaming of you, so you are in their subconscious, and you're kind of focusing on yourself, which might be exactly what you need to do emotionally, right? So with the 6 of Cups underneath, there is great compassion and an opportunity for harmony here, whether you are with this person or not, whether or not this is somebody from the past or somebody new. I can understand meeting somebody new face-to-face right now is tricky, but I'm not seeing it face-to-face because that's the external. That you got to wait for the external, the extended read. But there is that flow there, and there might even be, thank you very much, an empathic bond where subconsciously there is this flow of emotional energy between the two of you, intuitively, empathically, whether you know each other or not, which I would certainly think that would indicate a soulmate contract rather than a twin flame, but you never know. Where you been? What's behind you? Another 6. So the 6 of Flames here. So this does feel like somebody that you had some fun with, right? It's like the behind you and what crosses you, those are the connected in the horizontal timeline that you're in. So that you're in meh with the shapeshifter here is interesting because 6 of Flames, the victory card is the 7 of Flames, it's the wands. This feels like this was playful, this was balanced, this is fun, and emotionally that still continues. But with that 4 of Cups there's something up with you, and that's what I mean. We're not doing this by divine masculine, divine feminine. That represents you, that shapeshifter there. So what are you navigating a different level of consciousness in this relationship? Because at the core of it, if you want to say what you don't see, is this equal exchange. Very compassionate, very caring. This could be a family member. Could be a family member, but hey, you have family members who are hedonist. I'm a hedonist. I got family members, so yeah, they have one. I'm not the only one. What crowns you? Sort of the immediate future, what's coming in. Okay, now we've got our first court card here. This is Capricorn. I would say that this experience that is crowning you is something of cardinal earth. This would be the King of Pentacles, something long-term Saturnian, something more permanent, at least durable, but probably, hopefully, something really honorable. But let's get clear, if it's with a hedonist archetype as the Fool, this might be the very mountain they climb and jump off of, right? That they may have already built this stability in their life. I do feel like this is this hedonist because it's what's crowning and coming in, which also says maybe you two don't know each other. Again, general reads, that's what's frustrating. For some of you, you haven't met this person yet, then you were coming from a place of 6 of Flames, of having fun, having a good time, and now you're a little meh, and I know exactly what that feels like. It's like, well, it was fun, right? But it just didn't satisfy me emotionally, right? And it feels like this person who is in your energy field, the person who crosses you on the path, maybe it hasn't happened yet, right? In the physical form, but with that Capricorn card crowning, it feels like that's them. And it feels like they are perhaps sadder but wiser, older but wiser in some way, but that they are, well, and the thing is are they going to pursue pleasure to the detriment of their health and yours? Are they going to indulge at the expense of you? Or are they inspiring creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrating the beauty in yourself? And if they're celebrating the beauty in yourself with that Capricorn, it feels like it's going to be something physical. Let's get it. Let me hear your body talk. Your body talk? Right now my body's going, ow. Just my back. Okay, what's before you? Did I give you a little Olivia Newton-John there for you? Oh, I'm glad you got the Scorpio card. Now, again, this could be another person. It could be a court card. This is the Queen of Cups. But that does indicate a sexual energy, 8th house Scorpio energy, money, sex, power, other people's resources, control issues, the occult, meaning the hidden and stuff that may very well be repressed. I don't know. I'm getting that that's kind of what this is that, well, everybody's multidimensional and you're just not one sign, right? So this could be somebody with Capricorn and Scorpio, something or other. Or really, we're looking at somebody here who, and this might even be for the both of you, you're looking at a commitment here, right? If we were even just to look at this as only Capricorn as 10th house energy, this could be what's coming in. The situation here is really about something durable and long-term, highest potential. But if we knew what our highest potential was in advance, we'd run for what we would have to go through, and that's the path of true love. The path of true love is the hero's journey. Don't kid yourself, just a different kind of hero, the romantic hero, but also you have family relationships and work relationships and friends and tribal relationships, right? So this, honestly, with that Scorpio card there, it feels like, you don't want to say chips, dips, chains, whips, but I do want to say that there's definitely a sexual vibe there. And that's why in the extended, we will clarify the fork out of that, shall we? The pitchfork, Scorpio. All right, let's build the staff here. Let's see, 4 more cards down, and then I will put it all together. Please take a nice deep breath. Excuse me. My goddesses of fire. And the sign of Aries, please. 4 cards. Let's build the staff here in this Celtic Cross Path of True Love reading for this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign with the shapeshifter archetype in experiencing inside of themselves 4 of Cups, right? With this hedonist crossing their path, it feels like the dreamer, like the fool, wanting to take the leap of faith. The 6 of Cups, compassion that they're unaware of, that there may very well be an emotional empathic bond going on here. And coming from this place behind the Aries of that 6 of Flames, that past, moving into something serious is crowning here with that Capricorn 10th house, highest potential energy. A mountain has to be climbed. It's not going to be easy. It's going to be slow and steady wins the race, because that's just Saturn and Capricorn. And then with that Scorpio ahead of them, Hecate, Queen of the Crossroads, perhaps a very deep, emotional, intuitive, soul-based decision that will change lives. Pluto, Scorpio. Please, what is the lesson you would have them learn? What is the world seeing this as from the outside looking in? How do they appear on the path of true love? What is their destiny, their hopes and fears, the fate they fear and the destiny they hope for? Clarify that, please. And the most probable outcome for this Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign on the path of true love. February 2021. It's still the Aries read, man. I'll get it. February 2021 or timeless, please. The outcome, the most probable timeline outcome. Let's look. Your lesson. 5 of Flames, 5 of Wands. Not necessarily a conflict as we often see. That's the 4 of Flames in this deck. This is Pele, the volcano. There could be a lot of pent-up raw sexual energy between you, them, both of you. I'm going to go with saying that the conflict is that you can't be together right now. Possibly, or it's so new and the passion is so intense that it feels like a volcano ready to blow, and you're learning how to handle that, how to channel that. You're an Aries. Okay, you know that, right? You came to this, or you're or you're a cross watcher. There might very well be some resistance to this, but I gotta say, if you're in that 4 cups, I can understand why, right? If like you've played around, it's like, or anything below, right? But at that element of water, I could understand that, but there's healing going on beneath the surface here. This feels like soulmate. If the foundation of a soulmate contract, regardless of its form, is that you help each other heal, that could be very much what this is. And then there's a real transformation here going on. But the flames of alchemy needs fire, time, and pressure. Well, volcano, give it time. The fire's building, and so is the pressure. From the outside looking in, the Sybil, lovely. The Ace of Blades, new information coming into you. Or you're really thinking about this differently, right? You're really, if this is either the path of true love for right now, you're really getting inspiration. This is the Pythia, the Oracle of Delphi. There are 3 of them. One huffed the gas out of the rock, which really researched its ethylene gas got him. Ooh. Do you know if they did? If the Pythia sat in that little cubicle where she sat during dark moon, I think it was, she would asphyxiate because the ethylene gas, she would not be getting oxygen and she'd die, right? But there was also someone who wrote down what she said and a third who interpreted it. So it really was a triple goddess there. So it feels like there's new information coming in, and this could be your own psychic, intuitive, inspirational, mystical, your spiritual path kind of thing, but it's showing, right, that there's a new thought, there's a new attitude here in the mind. And as well, I could say that a sort of truth has come in, right? That Ace of Blades has come in, and a piece of information, a piece of truth is being spoken, or from the outside looking in, that's how you're receiving it, right? This is your experience. So whatever's going on, you're getting a sort of a piece of clarity here, maybe an even invitation. But here's the thing, in your destiny, you got the Coyote woman, the trickster. I mean, Coyote woman, trickster is in every pantheon. There's always a trickster, right? And it's part of the divine order of things. It's how we learn when we don't want to. But is also certainly in this deck because it is a feminist deck. It doesn't use the card of the devil. It took the card of the devil and split it into oppression and the trickster, which is really an interesting way of looking at it, because we get the oppression, the chains that we could walk away from if we really wanted to, something that we're trapped into, something toxic. But there's also this thing of saying that by facing our fears, right, sometimes we need to go covert. Sometimes we need to go covert for self-protection as we navigate our way through something. Now, I just want to say, the Coyote and the Shapeshifter, just getting images of Roadrunner, right, like in disguise. But this is a major arcana thing. Yeah. The interesting thing about this position, the 9th position in general, is it is destiny. Fate is what happens to the hero at the beginning of the story. They're handed fate, and if they take the journey, they achieve their destiny. If they don't, they suffer their fate, right? So it's led to gold. It's the alchemy here. So that's why these archetypes, the Shapeshifter and Hedonist, are really key for you in the path of true love to kind of understand, or at least keep an eye on. Because with the Trickster, with the Shapeshifter and a Hedonist, it could be that, yeah, you might have to go covert, the two of you, for some reason, particularly if you don't want other people to know your business. It's not my judgment. Again, it's a general read. But with this Scorpio card, it does say you feel like you have to keep this hidden and held back. Like maybe you're just not able to be in the same physical proximity. Possible. Let's look-see-dooksy here. What is the most probable outcome? And it is the Aries card. You are authentic. This represents you. The Calafia, the Maiden of Flames here, is the King of Wands in the traditional tarot, the Aries card. And this is an Aries read. So this feels like you being authentic. This feels like you showing up to this, right? Got that Ace of oh, thank God it glitched, but I caught it. Oh, it was just right at the end. Yeah, so you're showing up authentic here as your own sign with that Ace of Blades from the outside looking in. Like if you could horizontally project out and look, you would see somebody having the experience of maybe realization, a new idea, a piece of information that comes in that clarifies things and maybe cuts away the old and shifts some of this Four of Cups into, know your destiny right now is play your cards close to your chest. You might be learning a lesson that there was no other way for you to learn than to be tricked into it. But if you don't, see, this person's ready to jump. They're like, you can feel it in them. If there's an empathic bond between the two, you can feel they're wanting to take the jump here. But it is something serious that's coming in. Capricorn, I mean, whether they're a Capricorn or not, it feels like the intimacy is there, but with a hedonist, really, you'll know. You'll probably, if you go for this, watch them go from the shadow to light, pursuing pleasure to the detriment of health and at the expense of others, to inspiring creative energy to embrace the good things in life, celebrating the beauty in yourself. And that just feels lovely. I got to tell you, it's got a second chakra hum to it, just going, right? So, may the Aries collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs be blessed with all that they need on the path of true love. For February 2021 are timeless, that they may alchemize the shapeshifter and navigate the levels of consciousness available to them with this hedonist, inspiring creativity and celebrating the beauty in life and in each other as they go, becoming more and more authentic for the well-being of all. So mote it be, and so it is. And keep in mind, as you heal, everyone else does too. Unity, consciousness, fifth dimension, and all that. So look, if you like the reading, like it. You want more, subscribe. You want to jump over to the extended reading, please do. The dealio is down below in the description box. You want to book a reading with me, it's easy enough. All my links are down there. Find me on Facebook. I do so many readings on Facebook Messenger. Trust me, it's the easiest way to go. Otherwise, wishing you all the very best and the very, very blessed on the path of true love for February 2021 or timeless whenever you are catching this. I'm going to take a 2-minute break and dive right back in. Oh, I'll switch cameras, right? Because I use the good HD camera for those. Edit it with the intro and outro, titles and music. I love that part of it. It takes longer, but I don't care. I'm giving you the best that I got. And you give this the best that you've got, no matter what, my delicious Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Hail. Farewell. And bless.